In the bustling streets of Lagos, Nigeria, where the sounds of honking cars and chattering vendors filled the air, a peculiar phenomenon had taken hold. It was as if the city's inhabitants had collectively decided that honesty was overrated. Everyone was lying about everything, and it had become a way of life. It started with small, harmless fibs. A street vendor would claim his akara was the best in town, even if it was just average. A traffic wacker would tell a driver that the road was clear, even if it was congested. But soon, the lies escalated. Politicians promised the world, knowing they had no intention of delivering. Friends lied to each other's faces, claiming to be fine when they were drowning in problems. It was as if the city had become a giant game of, "I can stop that lie." Meet Olu, a young journalist who had just moved back to Lagos from abroad. He was determined to expose the city's culture of dishonesty, but soon found himself getting caught up in the web of lies. His friends and family would often joke about how he was too honest for the city, and how he needed to learn to play the game. One day, Olu received a tip about a politician who was embezzling funds meant for a local community project. He set out to investigate, but everywhere he went, people were tight-lipped. No one wanted to talk, and those who did seemed to be spinning a web of deceit. Olu began to wonder if he was the only honest person left in the city. As he sat in a local eatery, sipping a plate of hot jollof rice, Olu met a quirky character named Femi. Femi was a self-proclaimed professional liar who had made a career out of spinning tall tales. He claimed to have been a consultant for the government, a doctor, and even an astronaut, though he had never left the city. Olu was both fascinated and appalled by Femi's antics. Femi, sensing Olu's skepticism, leaned in and whispered, "You know, my friend, in this city, honesty is a superpower. People are so used to being lied to that they'll believe anything. But you're different. You want to tell the truth." Olu nodded, determined. Femi smiled mischievously. "Okay, let's make a deal. I'll help you expose the lies, but you have to promise me one thing. You have to lie to get the story." Olu was hesitant, but his journalistic instincts got the better of him. He agreed, and Femi took him on a wild ride through the city's underbelly. Together, they exposed the politicians' corruption, but not before Femi had Olu lie to get the evidence they needed. Olu was torn, feeling like he was compromising his values, but Femi just laughed and said, "In the city of liars, sometimes you have to lie to tell the truth." The expose sent shock waves through the city, and Olu became a hero to some. But he couldn't shake off the feeling that he had lost a part of himself in the process. Femi, on the other hand, was delighted, saying, "I've always said in Lagos, the only way to be honest is to be a liar." As Olu reflected on his journey, he realized that Femi had a point. In a city where lies had become the norm, honesty was a radical act. He decided to continue telling the truth, even if it meant being the odd one out. And so, Olu and Femi became an unlikely duo, exposing lies and fighting for truth in the city of Lagos. They proved that even in the darkest of places, honesty can be a superpower, and that sometimes it takes a little bit of lying to show the world the truth. The city of liars would never be the same again, thanks to Olu and Femi's humorous take on honesty. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more authentic, educational tales. Follow us on Instagram at input_media for daily inspiration. Together, let's turn every challenge into an opportunity for connection.